living longer. When it comes to a longer lifespans, could genes play a more important role than diet and exercise? Scientists have begun looking at the genes of small, isolated communities to better understand the illness of old age and how they might be avoided. In Italy, Ecuador, and in the United States, studies are revealing information related to genes that may one day help everyone reach the old age in good health. Taste for Life. On a good January morning in 2013, Giuseppe Passaniro drove on a mountain road through orange trees into Calabria, in the far south of Italy. Passarino, a genetist at University of Calabria, was headed for a small village of Molocchio, a remote town with four centenarians and 499 years old among its 2,000 inhabitants. Soon after, he found 106 years old Salvatore Castro in his home. Castro told the researchers that he was good in health, and his memory seemed excellent. He recalled the death of his father in 1913, when Salvatore was a schoolboy, how his mother and brother had nearly died during the clay flu epidemic of 1918 and 1919, and how he has been dismissed from the army in 1925 after accidentally falling and breaking his leg in two places. When asked about the reason for his long life, the centenarian's mind said in Italian, "No drinking, no smoking, and no women." He added that eating mostly fish and beans while growing up and hardly even any red meat. Pesaro had much of the same and hardly ever. Pesarino had much of the same from 103 years old Domenico Romeo, who described his diet as a little bit, but of everything. Pesaro is working to understand the reason that Calabrians lived such long lives. In a dim, cool hallway outside his university office stands several freezes full of blood taken from elderly Calabrians. The DNA from this blood has revealed that people who live into their 90s and beyond may have such long lives owing to the genes that affect their senses of taste. This gene gives people a taste for bitter foods like broccoli and field green vegetables and promotes cellular health and digestion. The quest to understand more about genetic influence on aging has brought scientists' attention to people like Nicolas Onozco, known as Bajarito. Little Bird in Spanish. Nicolas, 17, said he became aware of the reason for his nickname at age 6. When he looked around at his classmates, I realized I was going to be smarter than them. Because of a single gene, Nicholas looked like an 8 years old and is 115 centimeters tall. The genes cause condition called Laron syndrome. It is due to this rare condition that he is so small. Nicholas is one of Ecuador Laron people, descendants of Europeans, who traveled to Ecuador in the 16th century. These travelers carry a gene that sometimes called short stature. The same genetic mutation has been discovered in other places, whether it's Europeans relocated. In Ecuador, the Lauren people settled in small towns and villages scattered across the countryside. Because of a lack of roads, phones, and electricity, the area remained isolated until 1980s. Over the centuries, the genetic mutation will pass down through the generations. In an interview, Little Bird and some friends of the Laron syndrome talk about their lives. Victor Ravier, now 23, was the subject of a famous photograph shown at many scientific meetings taken when he was 4. It was so small that the ear of corn was holding was slightly larger than his arm. Luis Sanchez, an elder among the group, laughing along with his friends. When someone asked if they knew the latest scientific reports about the condition, we are laughing, he explained, because we know we are immune to cancer and diabetes. Indeed, he is partly right.